What's your full name and what rank are you in Jiu-Jitsu?
It's Princeton Jackson. I'm a black belt, 69th black belt under J Pages.
Great, great. Why did you start doing Jiu-Jitsu?
I would say I started traditionally learning Jiu-Jitsu because I was getting my ass whooped in wrestling, and I was trying to figure something else out, like another way to try to go about wrestling people. And yeah, that's what got me into it, really, traditionally, from right off a branch of wrestling.
What kept you in Jiu-Jitsu, and like have you like transitioned from like Jiu-Jitsu to striking or something like that? Give me the background.
Now I'm a professional martial artist. I fought on UFC Fight Pass and LFA as well. 3-1 is my current record, and I would say that definitely branched me off. As soon as I got the feeling of combat, the feeling of like dedication to something, it just allowed me to not only be creative and to branch out and to find the opportunities that I really enjoyed and really liked.
So you can say that you're a creative person. So let's before Jiu-Jitsu, before wrestling, how was your life? How were you kind of like expressing your creativity?
I used to dance before I was doing wrestling and martial arts, but there wasn't really a way for me to express the violent or aggressive parts. You know what I mean? You can dance, you can crump, and it looks cool, but at the same time, you can't really get that feeling off. And it allowed me to not only just like, to get to squeeze, to get to like, get choked, to get punched and get the feeling off, and not only like to people that I actually care about and that I want their lives to be better as well. And so it was really like a homey way to just try to kill my friends.
I see.
You know?
Does anybody else in your family does this? Your parents, your siblings?
Absolutely not. I have a cousin, Dream, and her children. They actually train Jiu-Jitsu a little bit, but as far as to the level of like black belt, there's no one else who's been as interested. They are basketball players, you know. Sucks, but I'll change that pretty soon.
How will you describe a Sunday open mat here at J Pages in Tempe, Arizona?
I would say when I think of open mat for me, I describe it as this: I get here, and I indulge in a little bit of very crisp marijuana, because you know that's the one way to get the day started. And I might have a beverage, you know, a glass of wine, a nice bruscalini, what one would say. And after that, I'm going to indulge in some good old punching and kicking. That starts about 10:30. I'm gonna punch and kick. You gotta avoid Nash because he's gonna beat you up. So you gotta just kind of like work your way through the trees and obstacles. And then as that happens, about 12 o'clock, we're nice and saucy. Jiu-Jitsu starts. And till 2:30, we're just literally having fun, dancing to the rhythm and the rhyme, not knowing about the time. You know? Okay.
During the open mat rounds, what do you think it highlights the most? Like, what's the best part of open mat?
I would say that I have grappled with guys all over Arizona and all over our country, literally. I've gotten guys from Globetrotters that are not even from the US. I've gone with so many guys from around like our city who come down here just to have open mat, like who aren't going to be able to get that experience. Like even if you go pay for a tournament, it's not the same feeling as coming and, you know, hanging out with guys that you know that are just cool and they're down to come to a different location and come train. It's like, I mean, how many guys do we normally have here? 60, 70 guys? Like we have a lot of people you've never seen before, guys who just found out about this, and also people who are experienced and like you love to see, you know. So I think that's one of the best parts is like the variety, the options, you know what I'm saying? If you're coming for ice cream, you might as well get all the flavors, you feel me?
That's true. Do you think that martial arts, jiu-jitsu, striking can also be an outlet for people that are depressed, that are going through some trauma, that are going through some shit, kind of to release some energy or just to feel that they belong somewhere?
I would say that after losing my mom, I went to the point of like, this is the only thing that I really had. The only thing that I could really feel something out of. Like I could feel the pain, I could feel everything, and I could come to jiu-jitsu. It was a way for me to just like leave my physical mind and physically just use my body to do something powerful and that made me feel good. And I would say that it's definitely almost meant for that. You know, there's everyday wars and battles that you're gonna have to deal with outside no matter what. Like you're not gonna be able to avoid them. But knowing that you have something you can fall back on that's just genuinely meant to build you up and to help grow yourself, it's solid. It's not only just is it just for your own physical benefit, but I believe that for your mind in itself, it's just powerful.
Thank you.
Thanks.